What up, world? It's your boy, Doughboy. And I'm back this time after a very, very long hiatus. I'm finally back with my review for Yakuza Zero. If you haven't known, if you didn't know, I made it my personal mission to go back and play through all the Yakuza games, including um, Judgment and everything. Everything that I can play, like not counting the ones that are like on like the PSP and all that and all them, but everything Yakuza related, Judgment and like the Dragon games. We'll go back and play them all. So we're gonna start with Yakuza Zero. Oh my goodness. When I tell you, I remember like 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. On my Like a Dragon review, I said I was gonna go back and play it. And then I kept, you know what I'm saying, started to play Yakuza Zero, and then I would let it fall to the wayside. Pick it back up, let it fall. Pick it up, let it fall. But then I was started being consistent with it. I got through it. Oh my God, this was the perfect way to build, the perfect way to set up a foundation for everything. It fleshed out everybody. It's fleshed. First of all, the cool thing about this was not only did you get to play as Kiryu, you got to play as Majima. That was awesome. Way before, you know what I'm saying, he is who he is today. You know what I'm saying? And you got to see how Kiryu became the Dragon of Dojima and how Majima became the Mad Dog of Shimano. You got to see what made them into the men that they are in the stories. You know, their mannerisms, the way that they act, hell, their relationship to each other, the way that they interact with each other. You got to see how that came about and everything. And it laid foundation to everybody. You know, Nishiki and Sarah and Kazama and just Shimano, and basically it introduced you to the world of Yakuza before one. Because, I mean, you kind of, when you play one, you're like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get thrust into it and then you pick up on everything. But Yakuza Zero takes it back and it shows how Yakuza 1 became what it was, and, you know, how everybody got to be where they are in that story. And that's the story is amazing. The story is amazing. I like that you got to play as both Majima and Kiryu. They kind of coincide with each other. They will go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth every couple chapters. And then I believe in like the last chapter, they kind of like they shared it. Like you get to play and finish it for one character, then you go to the other character and finish it for them, and then it showed their different endings, and then it showed them a spoiler alert or whatever. If you haven't played it yet, they don't meet each other. They hear about each other at some point in the game. They kind of hear about each other, but they officially meet at like the end of the game at the end credit scene. But oh my god, the fighting was amazing. The combat system was great. The quests, of course, were funny and were zany. The mini games were cool. Mini games were really cool. Um, what I didn't like. There were times where it was. There were times, and it's a problem that I see in some Yakuza games. Things get a little clunky, where you kind of get where it it gets clunky and it gets to a point where if you get stuck in a specific position in a specific spot, and if you don't know certain moves, you don't have certain weapons, you can't maneuver your way out of it. You're just going to be stuck in a. They hit you with a big move, you get knocked down. You get back up, they knock you back down. Rinse, repeat until you get KO'd. That's the only thing I didn't like. But other than that, it was really good. The difficulty, it ramps up, like it hits its little patches where it's a little harder than usual, but it's fine. It really ramps up at the ending. At the ending, they push any and everything at you, and the difficulty gets to spike up. I kind of like that in games. I don't like it where it's just one part in the middle where it's like, yo, why is it so hard? It feels like it should be like a end credit, like an end game boss or like a post game boss. But I like games where it gradually gets harder, and then at the end, like you gotta apply any and everything to these last couple fights, and that's what I liked. Um, the soundtrack was really good, even though it was set in like the early '80s, I believe. Like the soundtrack was pretty good. You know, it had certain songs like if you played, you know what I'm saying, like a dragon and like a dragon infinite wealth, you would notice certain songs. I was like, oh, so this is where the song comes from. Yeah, like a lot of those older disco-y type songs, like you go hear some of them, but you go hear some like rock stuff and some other stuff. It's nice. It's got a nice little bop, some nice little bops. Nice little soundtrack. If I could rate this game, I would rate it a 9 out of 10. Um, to quote it, to quote Homelander, I gotta tell you, man, it was perfect, perfect in everything, down to the last minute detail. And I mean it. If there was ever a way to have a prequel or have something, or to set something up before the main one, like kind of like Return of the Jedi, almost kind of set it up a little bit for the Phantom Menace. But if they found a way to it was one of the Star Wars books, and I'm rambling now, but it was one in one of the Star Wars books. It was Obi-Wan. He was a child, and when he was Qui-Gon's Padawan, and they had to fight. They fought a specific Sith Lord. I want to say I don't know if it was. It might have been Palpatine or it might have been Count Dooku, but it kind of like it set the framework for how Qui Gon was and how Obi Wan was. But if they had put that into a movie, and yo, I'm just saying, if somebody would do that, that would be awesome. Don't fucking just don't mess it up. Like with the acolyte and all that, just don't do it. But I'm just saying, if done right, that would be the equivalent to Yakuza Zero, to Yakuza and everything. Like that's what it was. Like it fleshed, like it showed how everyone was before they were, and it showed how they were. It showed, it introduced them, and it laid the foundation to who they are in the series going forward. Like without this, you would without Yakuza Zero, you would kind of know who everyone is. But at the same time, it's like leaving something like, okay, like who's this person and why is it like this? You know what I'm saying? Like it gives more answers to questions that you had in the first Yakuza game. That's what Yakuza Zero does, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. If you're a fan of Yakuza, play it. Go back and play it. You'll enjoy yourself. Trust me, you will. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. I enjoyed myself. And I can't wait. Um, so yeah, man, that's my review for Yakuza Zero, man. And if you like this review, you know what I'm saying, hit the like button, subscribe, and when you hit the like button, subscribe. Gotta hit the notification button because you never know when the boy gonna be streaming, uploading videos. I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming. I'm just so busy right now, and it's things are a little weird or whatever right now. I'm kind of busy with the jobs and everything, but we'll go figure something out. But next time I stream, it will be we'll be getting back into Hogwarts, finishing that up. I haven't forgotten about Persona 3, and I haven't forgotten about Persona 5 Strikers and any of the other games like Mass Effect and all that. It's just I haven't, you know what I'm saying, had the time or the kind of low key the motivation. That's why I kind of had this little long bit of pause, and you might see a short here and there. I'm trying to slowly but surely get back into it. But yeah, I forgot about that. Also, you know what I'm saying, be on the lookout for my review of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I finished that. Can't wait to talk about that. Right now, as far as my Yakuza thing, I finished one, so be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna play Yakuza Kiwami a little bit more before I get my review on that. And I'm playing Kiwami 2 or Yakuza 2 right now. So yeah, I'm working on that. And I got some other games that I'm kind of playing. Still playing Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. I just got Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. I'm playing that. And I'm just kind of trucking along there. Um, yeah, so yeah, this is your boy Doughboy Don. And I'll holler at y'all party people in the next one. Out this thing, y'all. Peace. Ew.